the attitude you have as the owner of the business is the same attitude your workers will put into it.
True.
The thing is, most people don't know, but the people who work with me as shoemaker or as work assistants or operations people, down to my delivery people, because of the way I prioritize my business, everybody goes.
Hi guys, good day and welcome to yet another episode on Sustainability Matters. As always, I'm your host, Agatha Afemike, and I do have an interesting guest on the podcast today, of course. This time in the person of Temidayo. Temi is a serial entrepreneur, the managing partner for Tergo Living, the co-founder of Tijo Bibs, and the founder of Teas & Co. I mean, look at all those businesses. Do you know what? I'm even starting to realize all of them start with T. Is that intentional?
No, that's not intentional.
But literally just clicks that Tijo Bibs, Tergo Living, Teas & Co.
It's coincidental, actually.
Ladies and gentlemen, Temidayo, how are you doing today?
I'm okay. It's been a busy day, but
very long day.
A very long day, but I'm sure that, by the time I get home and then I close my eyes, everything is going to feel normal again.
Okay, let's start with the obvious question. Which of these businesses did you start first?
Tijo Bibs.
How long ago was this?
Okay, so Tijo Bibs just about 2 years ago merged into a partnership. Like Tijo Bibs was a sole proprietor business. That was just me. Tijo Bibs was not Tijo Bibs. It was known as Tijo Rage. Then I merged with someone who was also in the same business like I was. That's the leather making business. That means you have shoe making, you have bag making, and the rest of that. Then we merged together. I think this is 2025. Merged together in 2022 August.
Wow.
So if you ask me how long I've been in the shoemaking business, I'll tell you 5 years. Or 6. Okay, 6 now. Then, if you ask me how long, Tijo Bibs has been in existence, I'll tell you 3 years. This year will be 3.
Wow. So what was that conversation like? Were you just running your thing and someone saw you and said, okay, I'm doing a similar thing, why don't we collaborate? Or
actually, I initiated the move.
I mean...
So, my business partner is somebody that I stumbled on his page on Twitter, and he was doing the same thing.
Exactly the same thing.
And he was, the business is very good. The entire piece, you see the attention to detail and all that. And I always had a plan to, merge my business with someone at some point in time to foster growth. Because sometimes you know that, okay, this thing is getting to a stage whereby, you're in good business, but then you look at it that, okay, maybe it's high time. Not maybe. I think it's time for me to actually merge with somebody who is like-minded like I am, and, who is willing to share in the vision too. And then I text him, I'm like, so what do you think about 2 of us merging our businesses together? And then he says, oh, okay, that's a very good idea. Funny enough, we had our first meeting in Krispy Kreme, and it's like a tradition for us now. Anytime we want to discuss something, we go to Krispy Kreme, because Krispy Kreme was where we met first, and, it bettered that business. Until then, it's like, Tijo Bibs has gone through the phase of rebranding, we've gone through the phase of, people working with shoemakers, and everybody is coming for our heads, and then they're like, oh my God. But I like a lot of, downtimes, uptimes, and to be very honest, when people ask me why shoemaking, I tell them, have you seen the shoes that we make?
I mean, no guys, no kidding. You need to go on Tijo Bibs' page and see the quality of work that they produce. No kidding. Good work. I've heard somewhere that 100% of 0 is 0, but 50% of, say, 1,000 is 500. Nigerian culture, low-key, it's not high-key, but low-key, there's always this need to want to possess your thing. I'm doing my thing, I'm running this thing and it's mine, I don't want to share. What informs your idea for partnerships? Because all of these businesses I've mentioned, 2 of them are partnerships. right? Tergo Living is also a partnership, right? So I see that you're very big on collaborating with people. What informs that?
So the thing about me is, I believe that in doing business with people, there are some things that you're probably not versed about, so you don't have knowledge on. And then you need somebody who has that knowledge in order for the business to go forward. For Tijo Bibs, my partner is like a marketing person. I'm like the business girl, the quote. So we're like, okay. And the reason for the partnership is because, like, I like doing business. He's a marketing guy. But then the most important thing and what we have, like the vision we have together, is to make shoes for people and for them to feel very comfortable in their footwear. Right? Everybody, we have our strengths. So I look at my own strengths and then I'm like, okay, this is what I'm good at. Why not just get people who are also good in other things and who are also doing the same business with me, that we share the same value system and build something great together. So that's like, for every single business that I do, that's the mentality I go into it with. Like, for instance, in Tergo Living, my partner, the partner which we started the business together, he's a lawyer. So funny enough, when people ask me, what do you need legal work for? Sometimes you might need to, do some certain partnerships with other people, and you need somebody to actually check the legal face of that thing.
Right.
And so whenever somebody presents something to us in Tergo Living, he says, okay. He thinks of things from the point of the legal part. Like, he's not just bringing that.
You're not just excited for business.
No, I'm not just about
business. What are the terms?
And one of my partners too in Tergo Living is also a product designer. So the thing is, it's like, starting business and then merging people from different career lives and telling ourselves that, okay, we have one vision, is to bring this thing to life. You know your strengths. Like, that is not just what they're good at. Everybody is good at anything at all. I have, I work with people that are like-minded. Like I said, we share the same value system and we care about something. Once we start something, we never drop it till we see that thing actually succeed.
I love that.
And the interesting part about it is we all have our individual careers that we run, but this business is what brings us together, and we realize that, and we're able to still make it work.
Wow, amazing. What is the number one factor for you when looking out for a partner for a business? Because it sounds to me like you're not ashamed to reach out to people to say, oh, I value the strength I see in you, let's collaborate. What do you look out for before reaching out to a said person and saying, let's work on this together?
Clean record. No drama. No, I'm very serious. No drama.
I love that.
Because as a person, I don't like drama. I don't like, when people know you for something. If you ask people, what do you know Temi for? Oh, Temi is that girl that, she says she's going to do something and she will do it. I have friends who have been able to trust their business in my hands because of the fact that bring business to me and trust that I'm going to deliver because of what I have put in place and because of the type of person I have portrayed myself to be. So if my partner is not like that, or if anybody who is in the same business that I do is not like that, trust me, I'm not going to do anything as little as affiliation with you. And I don't believe in bad publicity is still publicity. I don't do that with anybody. So you have to have like a clean record. And I have, like I said, we have to share the same value system. What type of person are you? Who are the type of person you mingle with? Like, how do you think? What do you think about certain things? You have to also have the ability to share. Because I take time, I study you. You might think that, oh, she's probably not looking. But then if you check all my partners, like if people would do a background check, you'll see that every single, like there's a common word I say to my partners. Every single day, we're all like an ambassador of the brands that we run. So how you portray yourself is how people will see the brand in general. That's one thing most people don't understand. You are the business.
Right.
The business is you. And if you don't act like you are the business, you just do whatever it is you want to do on social media. And if you check I have, had experiences whereby people say, you have a very good personal branding. Because people say, oh, this is how you are. And I'm like, how do you know? They say, because this is what you do. And I'm like, okay, you might not know, but people are watching. What people see is how they characterize your business. You see, character is very important in business. And that's what most people don't understand. You see, character. The person's character is what is visualized in that business. It's what people see. It's what is visioned in that business. So if you're starting your business, you need to have very good character. And you need people to say, okay, if this person says yes,
it's definitely yes.
And if something will change about the yes, then let them know. That's one thing, even people that work for me, I tell them, if something is going to change in the way this thing is going to be delivered to the client, tell them. And you will not, it's not easy. It's easier said than done. But you see, the conscious step towards it is what makes everybody fall in line. The attitude you have as the owner of the business is the same attitude your workers will put into it.
True.
The thing is, most people don't know, but the people who work with me as shoemakers or as work assistants or operations people, down to my delivery people, because of the way I prioritize my business, everybody falls in line. Because of the way I and my partners prioritize the business, everybody falls in line. So I'm so lucky that every single person that comes to work with any of my business, they take that vision and then they make it theirs. That's why I don't say, oh, this person is my staff. We're all a team. We're all together. Because if the business triumphs, we all do.
Right.
If we make money, we all do.
Everyone does.
And then the system I run is, it's not just me anymore. It is you. It is like, without you, this business is not going to go anywhere. So why don't we just take this business and take it to a place whereby, people know that, okay, these are the people that make it work.
I love that. And it's very obvious. When you hear a winning mindset, it's very easy to spot that, right? And it's why you excel at so many things. There are people hearing this now and saying, oh, Tijo and Co, Tergo Living, like plenty names. Can you explain to us the 3 businesses you run and what they're about?
Okay, so Tijo Bibs, it's a leather making manufacturing company. I use that word because that is the end goal and that is the vision. Anything leather, they come to us, we get it done. Tergo Living is a cleaning business. Now, the good thing about our business is that we have a mobile car wash. We bring the car wash to your house. We do auxiliary cleaning, like cleaning of your furniture, and we do the post-construction, the outdoor and indoor cleaning. So, that's all we're all about, Tergo Living. And we're introducing a laundry part of the business, which will, get into, let's say, February, March. As at that time, we're able to put things in place. But right now, we're only going to be servicing the people in Yaba. Then, Tijo and Co. You see, everybody saw that baby go. We do plain shirts, we do customization, and we also do hoodies, joggers. We also deal with brand customization. So if you want to do brand packaging for your business, where the guys go, and then we help you practicalize your vision and bring it to life. Like for instance, traveling agencies, what we do is we create travel set pack for them, customized just for their business. Just like the type of things that we offer too.
I love that. That's very realistic.
Then we do this, plain shirts, I think on social media recently, I see men trying to find plain shirts that are less or affordable within the range of, let's say 3K to about 10K and not trying to break the bank. Well, that is where we come in because we help you solve that problem.
You've heard it. So, she has decided that your money was not go somewhere else. So just go on her page and look for all the things she does and find how to patronize her. Can you remember your first 1 million? The first time 1 million entered your account. What age were you? What business brought that? What was your reaction? Or are we still waiting for that breakthrough? Which is okay.
To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
I won't say the first 4 million came in at once.
Okay.
It was just like, constant sales. It was not just one transaction.
Mm.
Actually, yes, it was one transaction.
And
And that's from Tijo Co. because
wow.
we did a bulk job and, the money came in. At first I was like, let's get the work done first before we start getting excited.
Right.
After that moment, it made me realize that, see, the things you start as probably, let's just do it.
Yeah.
are the things that, after a while, you tell yourself, I'm glad I did this. And I think Tijo Co is that business that I'm glad that I did.
Yeah.
Tijo Bibs is that business that I'm glad that I did. Because, along the line, actually, Tijo Bibs is like my first baby. All my businesses are very important to me. They hold a special place in my heart. I'm always talking about. It's so common now that when my friends want to introduce me, they say, oh, that's Temi, she's an entrepreneur. Because, they know this thing is very important to me. So I don't even have to talk about what I do anymore. I have people in my corner.
It's not your personality, it's your entire personality.
It is. It is.
I love it. At what age did you realize business was your thing?
I grew up with my grandma, sort of. And she spent her life doing business. My mom and her siblings, they spend their life doing business.
Yeah. So
it was just something that I saw the way, conversations will happen among siblings and everybody is like, oh, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. And, they're all saying, oh, okay, why don't you do it like this? Why don't you do it like that? Then when I got to school, there were several opportunities to sell items right from secondary school. So I always tell my mom, okay, there's a cooking competition. I heard that, you get to sell stuff right after. I want to do this. Can you teach me how to do this? So my mom would teach me how to cook. Mind you, I think my very first cooking competition in dancehall, because I went to dancehall high school, I probably got second or first or something like that. Then, my mom came with all of the other things from the house and they sold them. I was so happy. Like, I was 13 or probably 12, and then, so it's not like that was when I knew. It was something that I liked doing. But if you ask me when it dawned on me, it was probably when I started Tijo Bibs. And, I just asked someone, I said, oh, this is what I want to do. And then it just started like that.
I have never met anyone that pushes marketing like you do. Or maybe I need to expand my scope, right? What's the secret to successful marketing in your opinion?
I don't know which book that it was that I read it. Maybe it Sell Like Crazy by Sophie. I can't really remember the author right now. But that book is very popular.
What's the name again?
Sell Like Crazy.
Sell Like Crazy. Okay.
Is it how to sell? That's the name. One of the things the author said was that as a business owner, you're the first salesman that your business has. I don't wait for anybody to sell my business, to sell what I do. I am the owner of the business. But then my very first job is to be the salesman of the business. So I think probably that's why. And then I have a mentor. Whatever business it is that I do, whenever people think of that service, they think of me first.
Okay.
And it's been going on like that for a very long time. So if you would ask me how I'm able to, do marketing like that, I have come to understand that I'm the very first salesman of my business. And also that I have to keep in mind and push the business in such a way that whenever people remember any of the services, the first person that comes to their head is me. I'll make a next stance, right? They want to make shoes. Somebody say, oh, do you know any shoemaker around? I'm being referred to that person. Cleaning service, I'm being referred to that person. Anybody that sells play shirts, in fact, if you're on Twitter, you see the thread. Before you scroll down a little bit, you would see my name pop up 10 times. And then it's a thing. It's not even done by just my friends. sometimes I don't follow some of these people, and then they just do it because they see me pop up on their screen.
So push as much as possible. Just keep pushing. But do you ever sit down and say, this is how we want to market this? Aside from putting yourself out there, do you ever sit down and craft a strategy for marketing? Or it's just enough for you to put it out there? You don't need to strategize and say, let's do TikTok video.
Okay, I would say that sometimes I can be very unconventional.
Okay.
But 70% of the time, I'm sticking to the strategy that we have.
Okay.
I don't just do vibes. I sit down. Like, I sit down with people that I run businesses with. In fact, there's a business plan. So we follow the business plan to the letter. There is the, drama part of it, right? But then, like, sorry, I'm sure if you're Nigerian, you understand the drama part of it. But then there's without a proper business plan and without a proper marketing strategy, I would say that your business is in a way that you're running it on vibes and inshallah.
Yeah. So you do have a strategy?
I do.
Okay. So does your strategy involve content creation or what else?
Like everything. Ads, promotions, name it. Down to the very last thing.
So you run ads for some of your businesses?
All.
Okay. Interesting. You guys be intentional, basically. That's what I'm hearing from this conversation with Temi. Be intentional about what you want. Okay. So have you ever started a business that failed before and did not work out? And maybe you're glad it didn't work out because you learned a lot of lessons from it.
I started selling coconut oil.
Okay.
Then I think I dropped it.
Why?
Oh no, I merged it together. Then I started selling hair. Human hair.
What happened to that one?
Wait. I started posting everything on my page. And I actually had, a blog from China that was selling the human hair to me. I didn't have any other. Then there was men accessories, cufflinks, socks, all of that. That one, I think I got an order or two from that. That was just it. Then, okay, I think in year one, I started selling t-shirts for a brand. I used to do couple shirts. They'll give me like 10% commission of every sale. That one too, I stopped after a while because I looked at the money, wasn't really over. So yes, if you ask me, I dropped the coconut oil, I dropped the hair, I dropped the men accessories, I included shoes too, because the scope of business was okay, everything people wanted to get it, and I just picked one, and that was shoemaking. Every single one of them.
Yeah. So how did that inform the decisions you made starting other businesses going forward?
I think I was pretty young, but one of the things I learned was because I was able to drop these businesses as fast as they started. Because I didn't do proper research. I didn't, it was just, okay, I'm selling this, blah, blah, blah. I didn't, understand.
It was hustle.
It was hustle. Like, I didn't understand what, the market was all about. Like, when you start something, you have the proper marketing strategy, you have how to sell, you do all of that. Like, you have an entire plan around it. It was just because of the fact that I didn't have proper knowledge about these businesses. It was not because I couldn't run them. And it was because, I didn't push them as much because I was also in school. So it was just,
side hustle.
Yeah, things clashing. Right? Mind you, I started this same business, this shoe business when I was in school. But this time around, because I had prepared my mind to start it, I had invested in myself to start it. It made it easy.
Right.
So it became a lifestyle for me.
Yeah. Fair enough. How do you handle conflict with partners as someone that has a lot of partners running the business?
So I have partners, and we fight a lot.
I mean,
in fact, we use months to fight.
oh God.
But the way we have viewed of ourselves is, if things go south, we will always remember why we started this and why we're here. Because in the first place, we won't be partners or business partners without this business.
So the business is front and center.
The business is front and centered, regardless of the personal squabbles that we have. It's not easy because we're humans, right? There'll be sometimes I'll be like, I don't understand. What's going on? What's happening? But then, at the end of the day, there is always someone that says, we didn't come this far to go back home. And say, mommy, oh, I'm back home now. Like, no, we are continuing to the time that we know that, yes, this is where we are, and we're never going to stop, because we're in this for generations to generations, and that's the end goal. So it's like, you are starting something. Yes, you will fight, but it's something I've always told my partners. Look, we've always told ourselves, in talk, if anything happens, we're never leaving this. Except if it's an unresolvable, and, we just know that things are bad. But we're not there yet. Yeah. And I'm praying we don't get there.
So we have 2 more questions to go. Say you had disposable income and you were thinking of a business idea. What would first come to mind as a viable business at this point in time?
If I had disposable income, I would go into skincare.
I mean,
you see the entire thing, from body cream to hair care part of it to makeup, like the entire line, totally. Because when I started coconut oil business, that was the plan. And to be very honest, that's always been the plan, cash out retirement plan after everything, start or do interior decor or furniture work. Those things, just something that keeps me on my toes.
That is my final question on how you handle burnout, because I personally run 2 things only, right? And I'm stressed. You're running 3 things, and from our personal conversation we had before the camera started rolling, she's running more than 3 things. So let's not be deceived. This girl is a machine. How do you handle seasons of burnout?
I like the beach.
Okay, so you just take time out.
In fact, I take time out a lot, and right now I'm currently at that point where the only thing you see me do on social media now is to promote my business.
Yeah.
Nothing extra. So all the time I get to myself to rest, I take advantage of it. That was one thing I didn't do before, but now I'm learning to do it, right? Sleep time is sleep time. Playtime is playtime. Sometimes, you would always get burnt out because of the amount of work. And do I feel overwhelmed? Yes, I do. Chaos. See, every single day, it's I'm going through a chaotic circle.
Right.
And at the end of the day, all it takes to probably, calm down. I just be shower and a good plate of afang that's to end the day. Because to be very honest, there's one unusual thing I like to do too. Those times when this is very unconventional. Those times when bikes were in existence, I'll take a bike
and just be going.
I'll just go somewhere and just buy something. It can be a food, can just be, and you see that breeze, that's fresh air, or probably order a ride and go somewhere, or go for an event or something like that.
Clear your mind.
Clear my mind, or read a book, or pick my bag, take a train trip to somewhere. I am like that because my work is mobile. I can go anywhere that I want to. Like, I did NYC in Abeokuta, and for all the times I was burnt out, I would pick my bag, pack my bag, it can be 2:30 in the afternoon. I say, okay, the train leaves by 4 or 5 to Lagos. And I pick my bag. What you know, the train.
Pew, 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 you're very targeted.
It was very easy for me because I like to take time out to
which is good, because one of the worst things you can have as a business owner or an entrepreneur, let's not even talk about just entrepreneur, is to be burnt out and be burnt out for too long. You just wake up and realize it's been 6 months you actually put in work.
I went through it last year. I was burnt out for a whole year.
Wow. So rest. Don't just work, rest, balance it.
Let me ever say, was it a whole year?
So much. I love a truthful girl. Thank you so much, Temi. So what's next for you and your businesses? I know it's a new year. A lot of people have set goals that they will not meet. And a lot of people have set goals that they might meet. But for you and all your businesses, what's the goal for 2025?
If you ask what my plans are for me, like, it will be very serious, is to, keep the systems I put in place for my businesses and stick to the business plan that I have built and see how, things will go for us, like, quarterly, every 6 months and in 1 year, and see how far that is going to take us there. Not starting another business, but to the ones that are existing, right?
Yeah.
For Tijo Bibs, get ready to see more of us, more stuff, this time around, like, for all my businesses, not just business as usual. And it's showing because, like, it's not just business as usual. Like, Tergo Living too, we're doing some stuff, we're coming up with some amazing things. Like I said, we're launching our laundry session. All I will say is, if you want to see what it is that I'm doing, whatever it is I'm up to, just follow me.
Period.
You're in for a good time.
What are the handles? Where can they find you?
It's the same social media everywhere. So I think I'll just give it to you and, you can see it on your screen.
Okay, but just mentioning at.
At Temi Akanmode.
Okay.
TemiAkanmode. It's going to be on the screen. So it's the same name everywhere.
Check her out, what she does on her businesses, and find how they can be of value to you. Temi is not just a pretty face. The businesses are excellent, right? They make excellent shoes. She's excellent personified as well. I've seen reviews about the teas that she put out, and they've all been good reviews. So check her out and see how they can be of service to you. Thank you so much, Temi, for coming on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
How do you feel? Hungry?
No.
Sleepy. Sleepy.
Yes, I'm going home to
sleep. Alright, guys. Me, I'm also going home to sleep. Till next time, guys. Stay good and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.